Hello everyone, it's Martin Tennant here, and today I'm going to show you how to play the song Everlong by the Filghter. Classic song, a song that as long as you've got a good sense of rhythm and you love Foo Fighters and you want to play a song in drop D and you have a very basic technique on the guitar, anyone can play the song, and it's just one of those songs that pretty much every guitarist should know if you love rock music from the 90s, grunge music. This is one of those iconic songs, and it's one of those songs that everyone recognises and everyone loves to listen to. So let's just get straight into it. I'm going to zoom in on the neck and show you how to play this. First of all, straight off the bat, I'm going to just quickly point out that this song is indeed in drop D. Where the low E string has been tuned down to a low D, a whole step down, so we can get that low D power chord sound out of this. And this song really needs to use that, and you'll understand why when I get into how the song goes. So if you have not tuned into this thing already, just quickly take the time to pause the video, get yourself in the right tuning, and then we can carry on. Okay, so let's start off with the main riff, or the main theme of the song. It goes like this. And that pretty much covers the intro and the verse sections of the song. And it also comes again after the second chorus. You also play this sort of a transaction between the second chorus and the final chorus. And that covers all that. So you've already got about half the song if you can play this riff all the way through. So what this is, the first chord, that's it there. Now what's interesting here is that if you just at a glance, it looks like you're playing a power chord. In this case, it would be the F sharp power chord up here on the 9th fret of the A string, and that is true in terms of shape. That is true, but what we're actually playing here, if we look at the actual theoretical side of it, is actually a D major 7th chord, and that is because we're playing this F sharp power chord shape here, and it uses the notes F sharp, obviously, and then the 5th is C sharp. And what we have while playing that, however, we're also playing the low D string, the open D on the 6th string, and because of that, that's acting as the bass note, so that would actually be a D chord. And if you combine that with the F sharp and the C, that actually makes up the major 3rd and the major 7th tones of a D major 7 chord. And we're leaving out the 5th, which would be an E. When we're leaving out the 5th, we're just incorporating the root, the 3rd, and the 7th. It still makes the major 7 chord based on D. It's pretty cool. It creates that iconic sound that most people really don't associate with the Everlong. Now that's the first chord. The next chord is this one. That's a B sus2, and this is why you really need to play it in drop D, because you can only get this shape in drop D tuning. So what we have here, just think of your power chord shape that you can play with one finger based on the low E string and drop D tuning. So it's just a power chord shape, and all you have to do to complete the chord, just add your 3rd finger here, 2 frets up from the fret that's muted here on the D string. So that's, in this case, that would be your 11th. So it's the 11th fret on the G string. Put your 3rd finger there and continue to bar this with your 1st finger on the 7th fret, and then that's your chord. It's B sus2. Okay, the next chord is actually the same shape. We're just going to move it all the way down here to the 5th fret. Now we've got a G sus2 chord. And then after you've played that for a bit, slide all the way back up to your B sus2 again. So most of the riff is just based around this particular shape, and then at the start of the riff you have the D major 7, and then the rest you just have the shape, just move it up and down between frets 7 and 5. And now in terms of rhythm, the rhythm goes like this. Well, let's just break this down a bit for you so you can kind of get a better idea how this thing goes. Half goes like this. So that's... So we have first two strums. First of all, it's all quaver notes, semi-quavers. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So all semi-quavers, and ideally you want to be doing all down strumming for these. So we're not doing down up alternative strumming, like it just wouldn't sound the same. You want it all consistent down picking or down strumming for this. If that's too fast for you, then you may want to slow that down a bit and then build up your speed over time. Just get that picking nice, even and consistent, and then gradually, and use the metronome, and then just gradually build it up and you'll get there. The idea is that for some of the notes are going to be just the open D, and some of the notes are going to be the whole chord, or just the upper end of the section of the chord. So for instance, you could either strum the whole chord, or you can just strum the A and D strings. So you'll get this idea. Or you can do the whole chord, as I said. Doesn't matter which way you do it, either one will work. Have two open of just the open string. Then we're going to pick the chord once. So it's open, open, and strum the chord. Then we have one open, one chord. But it's actually, the second time you do it, it's actually two, so it'll be. So 2 open, 1 chord, 1 open, 2 strums. And then you end it off with 1 open and 1 strum. Second time it's 2 open, 1 strum of the chord, 1 open chord, open note. Then we have 3 strums in a row, and then you end it off with just open note. So we have open, open, strum, open, strum, 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 open. So put those two together, build up your speed, and you should have this. You do the exact same thing on the B chord. So you do it, so once each time for your chord, so you have. Then when we move over to the G chord, it's going to change slightly. We're going to have. So that's just 2 open, 1 strum, then 3 open, then strum again, then finish off with open. So pick, pick, strum, pick, 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 strum, pick. Again, pick, pick, strum, pick, 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 strum, pick. Go back up to the B and the same thing again. That's the main riff, so altogether that is. And if you want, you can do all the strings open when you're playing all throughout, or you can do it just. And if you want, you can play the riff while all the strings. Bring it out like that, like when you're playing the riff in the intro, for instance. And then when you're doing it with the verse, you can either play it quieter, so when you can hear the lyrics, it'll be. Or you can, if you're playing it on acoustic like I am, you can even add a palm muting techniques, just to put the side of your palm down on the strings and get the muted sound, and then you play it like that, and you'll get a nice contrast in tone and volume. The next bit. This is the transaction bit to the chorus, goes like this. So, what's going on here? We're starting off with octaves, basically, with the D, low D, acting as the pedal while the octaves are playing, and it's going up in this sort of ascending motion. So what we have here, we've got this octave shape here, which is starting off first finger on the 4th fret of the A string, and then your pinky goes up here on the 6th fret of the G string, and then you could use a combination of your 1st and your 4th finger to meet out the D string, because you don't want the D string to stand out for and then that way you can strum the whole thing like that. So we're playing this octave, and we're going to be moving it up in that kind of motion. So what we have here, starting off with the octave on the 4th fret, then we're going to move up half a step to the 1 on the 5th fret. After that, we're going to move up a whole step to the E string, the E octave, which is on the 7th fret. Then a whole step again up to the 9th fret one, which is F sharp. And then we're going to go up to the half a step to G, which is on the 10th fret. And then you go back down to F sharp 1 again. Last two, they're very brief, so it'll be like. And the rhythm is. So basically, until you get to the last 2 octaves, you play 3 down strums for every octave. So we 1, 2, 3, then move up to the next one. 1, 2, 3, move up to the next one. 1, 2, 3, then move up to the next one. 1, 2, 3, then you add another one. So let's actually play that one 4 times. Then 1 for G and 1 for F sharp. And what we want to do, we're going to play these octaves, and while you're playing these octaves, we're also playing the low D. So we're going to add the low D into it now. And as I said, it acts as a pedal, so it's just like, almost like you're playing a bass line while you're playing this bit on top. So now we're going to try it. Let's try it with the D and the bass. Sounds a lot more like the song, doesn't it? Let's try it again. After that we have this chord here, which is basically an A power chord, but we're adding the G string to give it a little bit more sort of extra tone on the top end. So we have the power chord shape based on the 7th fret. On the G string, that's going to be the 9th fret on the G string using your 4th finger or your pinky. 7, 7, 7, 9. And if you can, try and mute out the two finished strings, B and E. Don't want those to sound out. And the rhythm we play is, so it's up, up, down, down, up, down, up. Up, up, down, down, up, down, up. And up, up, down, down, up, down. Up, up, down. Then we play the octaves again. And then the chord again. The octaves one more time. And that's when we go into the chorus. For the chorus we're going to play the power chord that we played down here. We're just going to move it up a whole step, so it's now a B power chord. So we're playing frets 9, 9, 9 and 10. Actually it's 11, sorry. So it's 9, 9, 9, 11. So, and then you do the same rhythm that you did with the chord before. And then we've got to take this whole shape, slide it all the way down to the 5th fret. So now we have the G power chord, and we're going to do the same rhythm again. So after that, we're going to move over to D. So this is basically a D power chord based on the 5th position of the A. So we have 5, 7, 7, but we're adding in the low D to give it that little bit extra, extra big sound, richer sound. And then you mute out strings B and high E as well. Now you have two options here. If you want to do it like an acoustic guitar, you can do it like this. So that's basically down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. So it's down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Or you can do your own version of that kind of similar idea. Or if you're doing it on like an electric guitar and you've got more of a distortion overdrive going on, you can just do simply, which is basically all down strumming, with the exception of a few sort of leaving out some of the notes at the start. Either will work. Then you repeat that again. Then the last time you do it, the third time you do it, is where it slightly changes. We've got the B chord, G chord, and the D chord. Then we're going to take the power chord shape as before, and then we're going to put that the A power chord though, so that'll be the one on the 7th fret. Then we're going to move down to the G. That's just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. just all down strumming, but just you just have the wee pause at the end of each bar. Okay, and then that's it. So altogether the choruses. Then you go back to the main riff. And that's pretty much it for the full song. You, in terms of structure, you play the intro and the verse, then there's a wee sort of transaction bit, then you have a second verse, and all that time you play the main riff. And then you go into the transaction bit, and then to the chorus, which is... And then after that you go back into the chorus again, the main riff. Back in when that goes back to the chorus again. Then after the chorus you play the riff again, if twice. Then this time when you go going back into the last chorus, you play the octave thing again. But this time you don't go to the A power chord. You actually go back and start the riff again. So it'll be. So when you go back, you do the F sharp for the last time, you play it twice instead of just the once. So you have, then you slide all the way back down to the 4th position per octave, then you play it all again. And you do it again. And after that, that's when you go into the chorus for the last time. So you do that 3 times. And the only other thing that's different after that is when you go to the G chord at the end of the chorus for the last time, you just hang on for it for the 4 times the length that you do in the other choruses. So you have. Slow down a little bit and just let the chords hang. And if you want, you can just do the power chord, or you can do a whole bar with first finger, so you're getting the high notes, and you can have a sort of a more of a interesting chord at the end, kind of like a sus2 with a 6 in it as well. Yeah, and that's Everlong. I hope you enjoyed it.